Hi, everyone. This is Country Music News International, and my name's Nigel Sharpe. And I've got the pleasure of speaking to Miss Amanda Kate Ferris, who I'm kind of guessing is way over in Texas, but I'm not too sure.
Yes, yes, right outside of Dallas.
So, are you at home at your ranch?
I am. I'm at home today. We just got back. We were in California yesterday. We were visiting some of my husband's family. So we've been traveling nonstop, and I am home for about a week, and then we hit the road again. So
Yeah, I was looking at your website. You've got quite a few gigs coming up, one of which is in Red River, New Mexico, which is where you're from, I think, originally.
yes, we're doing a big. They do a big music festival there, and so we're playing the festival there in a couple of weeks.
I actually looked that up on the map, like sort of Google Maps and stuff. It does actually kind of run alongside the river. And that looks like a seriously small town to me.
It is population. We looked it up this last time I was there. I think the official population is like just under 500. But
Okay.
it's a tourist town. So although the people that actually live in the town might be only 500, but there's thousands of people there all the time just because of the ski resort and it being just such a tourist destination.
One of the other things I was looking at, or, doing a little bit of research here and there, was actually about your ranch. I did come across one video about a rocking R ranch, but there seemed to be more than one. So I wasn't actually sure whether it was yours or not. I tell you what, it fascinated me. There was like a sort of water tank. It was like called an aqua something or other, and the horses in the tank exercising by kind of walking through the water. And I thought, well, I don't know if that's Amanda's ranch or maybe it's somebody else's ranch. I don't know.
That one's not so the Rock and R Rescue is actually the ranch itself is it's a friend of mine. So it's a ranch that I very close family friends. I'm very closely affiliated with their nonprofit as well. They have an animal rescue. So although the ranch is not mine, that is where my horses live, and I
Right.
spend 90% of my time there, I feel like. So a lot of times people are like, oh, your ranch. I'm like, I wish it was my ranch because it's got over 600 beautiful acres. But I would say I'm the adopted child that just I get to live there part time. But yeah, Rock and R, it's a ranch here in Texas. They don't have like a swimming therapy for horses, but that is something that is really popular out here among a lot of the show horses and
Okay.
performance horses is that water therapy.
Let's get to some music. I'm going to kick off with my favorite track of yours, and that is Tequila and Jesus. Where did this song come from?
Yes. So this was an outside song. I have a gal on my team who helps me from a when we're thinking about album creation and picking new songs, she's kind of my go-to ear. So I go to her a lot of times. She has incredible relationships with a lot of publishers, and this was a song that she brought to me, and she was like, "Hey, this song I think could do really well with you." At the time, it was a song, the demo. Lainey Wilson's a writer on this one, so Lainey Wilson was on the demo. And but Lainey Wilson, when I heard the song, Lainey Wilson wasn't the Lainey Wilson that we know today. But I immediately heard the song and had a connection with it from growing up singing in church. You know, that's kind of where I started singing. And I joke around that I sing in bars a whole lot more than I sing in church these days. But it had that story of, I think too, coming out of COVID, it was, when I first heard the song, I want to say it was like probably 2020, end of 21 or 22. And just realizing that, like, gosh, as time has gone on, like that story of just kind of being able to unwind with the people that are closest to you and remembering what's important in life, you know what I mean? And that's so much of my world is literally if it wasn't for the people around me and the Lord above, like I don't know how I'd get through some of the things that I've gotten through. And so I felt like it was a story that a lot of people would resonate with. And turns out I was right. So many people have really loved that song, and it's been a special one for me.
I guess the one line in that song that kind of jumped out at me was the reference to the King James Bible. And that kind of made me smile because, I grew up with the King James Bible. That's what
Yep.
we read in church. And of course, the other thing about your music, there is a new album, Rope the Wind. Now, this I haven't heard yet. So I would love you to tell me something about it.
There's going to be 10 songs on it. It's a compilation of songs that I've already put out, and then new ones as well. But Rope the Wind is honestly, it's an album. We picked that as the title track because I've said I feel like a lot of what I've been doing the last few years is just that, is trying to rope the wind. It's this impossible task sometimes it feels like, of chasing country music and being told no for so long, and being told that your music's too country, or the fact that you're a female, it's going to be impossible to break through in this industry. And I think faced with so much, not negativity, but I feel like with so many doors that close in front of you or opportunities missed, music sometimes does feel like you're trying to rope the wind. It feels like you're chasing something that's just out of reach or impossible and intangible. And so I was like, you know what? I love that title for this album because it feels so much of what I've been doing, just like going against the grain. And like, even with so many people telling me no, I won't give up. I keep going after it. And so the title track Rope the Wind has it has a very 90s country nostalgic, sonic sound to it. We intentionally were very, very forward on making sure that this album had that feel to it. 90s country is what I grew up on. And I wanted to make sure that when people heard this, that's what they were hearing, that they were hearing how I was influenced by the Judds and Brooks and Dunn and Trisha Yearwood and Vince Gill. I wanted them to feel that. And so Rope the Wind is the first track on that album. And it's definitely, so far, that's where people have that's what they're hearing when they hear it. And it just makes me happy that I feel like my vision has come to life and people get it.
And are you going to be sort of releasing singles from this on all these thousands of streaming services? So how does it work for
Uh,
you?
so no, it's gonna all come out as an album. We're not, we've released singles so far to support the album. But moving forward, this album is gonna come out, and then after this, we'll be working kind of on the next project.
Yeah.
But no, it's gonna be 10 songs, and we're comes out tomorrow, and it's exciting to finally, release an album. In this day and age, it's all about singles, but I miss being able to consume an album from start to finish, and reading the back of a CD, and reading the inserts. I'm going to go and print CDs for this. I don't even know if people have CD players anymore, but I loved physically holding a piece of product when it came to music. And so we're
Yes.
going to be doing some vinyl and CDs on this. And I can't wait.
Going back to sort of older country music, funnily enough, when I was sort of doing some research for you, I don't know why this really came into my head, but the name Amanda reminded me of that lovely, lovely song from Don Williams.
Hmm.
So I got sidetracked a little bit and dug out a YouTube video of Don Williams singing Amanda. And of course, you would call it old school country, but what a beautiful song. So well
Hmm.
written.
When I was young, I mean, the amount of times people would come up to me. My mother was a musician, so a lot of times the other musicians, Amanda, you light up my life, like
Yeah.
all the time. Like, everybody said that to me, and I used to get so like, I get so irritated, people constantly singing it to me. But my mom always says, she's like, when Waylon did it is when she fell in love with it, but
Okay.
she was like, you were named after a country song. And funny enough, it's like there haven't Amanda, for being such a popular name, there hasn't been a country singer named Amanda yet. So I'm like, I feel like my timing might be perfect.
Exactly. I'll agree with you there. So, what's coming up for you next? Back on the road, touring,
Yeah,
gigging?
we have a lot of shows. The album obviously coming out tomorrow. A music video that we're getting ready to start shooting. Some trips back to Nashville. Just busy, busy, busy. My daughter starts school again, so we're back in
No,
school coming
there
in
you
a
go.
couple of weeks. So between music life and mom life, I'll be pretty busy coming up the next few months.
Anyway, that seems like a sort of decent place to stop. So, on behalf of Country Music News International, I'd like to thank you for joining us today. We
Yes,
much
thank you.
appreciate it when people take the time to talk to us and we can spread the good word.
Yes, thank you so much.
All the best for the rest of this year, and obviously all the best for the album. I'll be looking out as soon as I get back home from college tomorrow after the exams. I'll be looking out for that. I'm going to see if I can dig
Perfect.
that out of
Please
the internet.
do.
I will.
Please do.
Okay,
Thank you so much, Nigel.
I'll wave goodbye.